Okay. One final thing. Tottenham. Now, since we were last covering a match, Antonio Conte, in fact, we were in studio covering the FA Cup when the Conte press conference broke. It was one of the most remarkable, extraordinary things I've ever seen. But he had to go, surely, given the comments he made, not just to the squad, but when he's implying things to the people upstairs. You know that he's probably looking for a way out. It is, yeah. But I felt that he's not happy, for not only because of those recent results, especially the one against Southampton. For a bit of time, you know, he seems to be frustrated with the way the team is playing, and maybe he's not happy with some other things, you know, behind the doors. And it was just a matter of time that he's gonna leave. Tottenham is a big club. They, you know, they are trying or planning to be in the Champions League spots as well, but in the Premiership it's very, very difficult to be there. And the season they had, it's just so unstable and no consistency. And in the end, it just had to be like it was, which is not nice. I think it could have been, you know, dealt with in a different way, but it is what it is. Where do you stand on Spurs right now? Maybe I shouldn't be asking an Arsenal man, but I'm going to anyway, because it's a club which has one of, some would say, the best stadium within the Premier League, maybe in Europe. They've got a first-class training facility. But Daniel Levy, since he's been at the club, he's now looking for his 12th manager. In his time there, they've won one League Cup in 2008. That's it. Yeah.
No, I think in terms of infrastructure, they're very well equipped. Their training ground is fantastic. The stadium it looks very good. I think Conte has done a decent job. I thought he managed the expectation quite well in the first half of the season. But like Igor said, I think the frustration was growing there, probably for things behind closed doors that we might not know about, recruitment or management.
They had a cash injection at the end of last year, and they did all their business effectively at the start of the transfer window, which is very unlike Spurs. Usually it's down to the last day, to the final minutes. Mm-hmm. They seem to have backed him last year, but
is it players that he wanted? You know, this we will never know. I think there is different dynamics at different football clubs. Is it players that he really wanted? We will never know. I think the frustration was showing. He was managing that expectation that Spurs fans have. But the team wasn't really performing the way probably he wanted. And do
you fault Conte though?
Pardon?
Is there any fault for Conte here?
In terms of communication, I think it could have been dealt in a different way. I think for someone of his experience, it's always difficult to go against your own club. You know, there is a limit that maybe he might have passed. I think. It's a very, very tight rope when you start talking about the people upstairs.
I think that the problem is with Conte regarding the club is what he said in his press conference, that mentality. He didn't like it, and he thought that maybe it could have been done something to change it, not only on the football pitch, but around and upstairs, if you like. This is what, you know, I believe maybe made him so frustrated. He, in my opinion, had a feeling that he's the only one who's trying to do something to change this easygoing or something like that. This wrong mentality. This is why he probably went on to say whatever he said.
Yeah, I think Conte's had a really difficult year. You know, he's lost some very close friends who've passed away. He's undergone surgery himself. His family live in Italy. Well, of course, they could come over to England. You know, he's always been a winner, and I think he's looked at what he's got at Spurs and he's decided, as with what happened with Mourinho, he wasn't able to win at Tottenham. He suddenly started to feel that he wasn't going to be able to win. He doesn't like the attitude and everything there. But having said all of that, to defend him, when he comes out and he criticises the fans, which he did, he came out and he criticised the club. Whether that was slightly misinterpreted or not, I don't know. But the way I heard it, he was saying Spurs' new owners have been there for 20 years and he said won nothing. Well, they had won one tournament, but not enough is the truth. And you can't criticise your players the way he did in public. Once those three things were put into that press conference by Conte, there was only one outcome, and that was he had to go.
The line was crossed. Do you think Tottenham still appeals to a top-tier manager, though?
Yes.
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 Of course. Yes. Yeah. They're a big club and they will attract big names, but for some reason they are just not performing.